Today I'm at El Hondo, or El Fondo. There's a lot of cloud to the, I'm just trying to work out which way. Good morning everyone, thank you for joining me again. Today I'm at El Hondo, or El Fondo. El Fondo I think is the Valencian term. It's a nature reserve, and if you like photographing or even just looking at birds, this is definitely the place to come. There's lots and lots of species of birds here, and other wildlife as well. But I'm actually here to do a sunrise shoot on the beautiful, calm, still lake that we've got here. The only challenge I've got is really the only place that I can photograph it from is a wooden walkway and observation platform, and that means I've got to be really careful about moving while I'm taking shots, because this platform isn't 100% steady, so if you're not careful you end up with wobble. Now I've already taken one shot, which I took shortly after I arrived. So I arrived here about 40 minutes before sunrise. I think I took a shot about 30 minutes before with some really nice tones out in the direction of sunrise, and just having some sort of reeds and bushes and things in the foreground. We'll go back and have a look at that. Okay, so now I'm setting up for another shot, and I've decided to do something a bit different, and I'm going to frame the scene using the observation platform. When I'm doing something like this, getting everything symmetrical is really important. I've got to make sure that I get the composition absolutely right. So I'm going to do 4 shots here. I'm going to do 2 shots focused on infinity, one exposed for the highlights, which will be 2 seconds, one exposed for the shadows, which will be 4 seconds. No, it won't, it'll be 8 seconds. 2 stops different. And the second series of shots will be the same exposure values, but they'll be focused actually on the framework of kind of the windowy effect of this observation platform, and I'll focus stack them if I need to. So I'm going to grab those shots now, and then I'll see if I can find something else to shoot. Okay, I've taken those shots now, and it's getting a bit brighter, so I'm going to do another set, again 4 images, ready for focus stacking, focused on foreground and background, but at the same time I'm going to now bring the exposure levels down. So for the highlights I'm going to be shooting at ½ a second, and for the shadows at 4 seconds, and we'll just see what that looks like. I'm thinking maybe a slightly shorter exposure might work. There is a little tiny bit of breeze moving some of the reeds around, so I am shooting this at 16mm on the 16 to 35 lens, f11 and ISO 64. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to get some more colour in the sky, but it's not looking promising. We're past sunrise now, and there's only a little tiny bit of colour. There's some quite nice tones appearing kind of over that way, but that way is just thick dark cloud, so I don't think anything's going to happen. Okay, so I've taken my shots looking through the framework of this observation platform, and I think they look quite nice. It's a job to tell until I get them back on the computer, but I think they look nice. Might be a little bit of correction to be done to bring out, to avoid sort of distortion that I've got from the wide angle lens. But I don't think we're going to get fantastic colours this morning. There's a lot of cloud to the, I'm just trying to work out which way, so that's east. There's a lot of cloud to the north-ish, quite a bit of cloud over towards the east, and it's relatively clear out towards the south, so there's not a lot of colour out there, but it still looks quite nice, sort of pastel-y tones. So I'm doing a shot looking down this winding walkway, wooden walkway, at f11, 16mm, what are we at, third of a second, no filters because the light's pretty evenly balanced. So at the moment I've got kind of 1/3 of the landscape and 2/3 sky, just because there's some reasonably nice cloud patterns up there. Okay, so out there in the distance there's a mountain and it's got a load of cloud sitting over the top. I'm just trying this shot, I don't think it really works. 35mm with a portrait orientation, about 1/3 sky. I've got some reeds and that in the foreground, some reflections of the clouds in the water, and then the mountain in the background. There's a few distracting elements in there. There's looks like maybe a telephone mast and some power lines or telephone lines. They can come out easily enough in Photoshop if I choose to do that. Again, no filters, the light's very, very even, so I don't really need any filters to balance the exposure, and I'm facing pretty much 180 degrees away from the direction of the light, so a polarizer's not going to do anything useful. f11, 1/5 of a second. Okay, I think that's about it. It's been a beautiful, tranquil morning. It's just been lacking the really bright light that I was hoping we might get this morning. You know, we might get some really beautiful light coming through, the sun breaking through and really illuminating the scene. But it's been very nice, and hopefully I've got a couple of interesting looking shots, something a little bit different maybe. If I have, you'll already have seen them. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, and you're not already a subscriber, please consider hitting subscribe. And while I'm here, I'll just say a big thank you to everybody that has subscribed. I recently went over the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is fantastic, and I really appreciate everybody that's hit that subscribe button over the last however long. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like or a share or both. And of course, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.